through, and now we have to speak to the audience and tell them they have to show love to the police like they are not normal, so that they execute their duties. So sometimes you may find the challenges are so high and so hard on you, and maybe when it comes to the level of recruitments, and there are some oaths that you have to make before you join the forces. Now, suppose you are at the edge of making the oath, and you remember that there are some things that you can't handle as far as the work is concerned. How are you supposed to do? And that, now that you're not going to take the oath.
Okay. First, you have to weigh the situation.
Yeah.
Okay. After you weigh, then you can decide. You have options. Okay, it depends whether it's maybe let's say it's an arrest you're making. You have to weigh, what is this, just a petty thing, or it's something that should be. Yeah, you see?
Yeah.
So first you weigh, and then from there, you can decide what to do. Yeah, it depends with the situation.
Now, suppose the situation is challenging. How are you supposed to do? And maybe sometimes if the person you arrested looks like they want to oblige, or all they want to rush away from the issue that maybe they've done.
It's not really, they cannot run from that, because once we don't work alone, we are always two, so it's not that challenging or fast to make an arrest. If someone resists, there are steps to be taken. So it's not that too much challenging. It's very easy for us because you have trained and you know what to do. Okay,
that's great. And
I have a question for Phyllis. Still in the recruitment issue, are there different strategies in which men are recruited and women, or it's the same?
No, we are all the same. Even in the training, whatever they do, that's what we do. And people tend to ask us, how did you manage to did you finish the course? Are there any are there any favors made to ladies? And I tell them no. Whatever the men do, that's what we do. Yes, no favors.
Okay.
Yes.
And now on our topic tonight, we handling the issue of community policing on safety and trust. And as we started the show, we said that most of the times people fear you, number one. Whenever you are outside there, people fear you. I think when you come out, they feel they are threatened, their life is threatened, their peace is threatened. So, and because of that, there is the issue of community policing. And I think that is something you practice in your workplaces. And we do that because I think community policing is a kind of law that enforces you people to focus on engaging with people so that you can make security and safety good for the citizens. So how do you understand or how do you let people, our audience, know what community policing is from your side, and also from the practicality of the work that you are doing? Let's start with you, Gitonga.
Thank you. As far as I'm concerned, and on behalf of all my colleagues in work, we are well trained. We equally know how to relate and bring the bonding between the citizen and us officers. We are there to know that, number one, as I said earlier, if we love each other, that is the officers and the citizen, the police and the citizen, then working will be easy. But now you find that the citizen fears officers, leave alone fearing. Majority don't like us. We are equally aware. We are equally aware.
Why do you think these people don't love you?
Hatred and love belongs to an individual. There is somebody who has never been offended by an officer, but even if you give anything worth money or gold, they are not right. And we are aware that we are working with them. However, we are guided and we are also taught, or we are also much aware that we are here to create the building so that officers and citizens and police officers, they must work together. Ours is just to bring to close the gap, because for the citizen, most of the time you find they are trying to widen the gap. We are human beings, as I said. We need to relate well so that we may be able to know the information, because even in curbing crime, sometimes we rely so much on you people. Maybe, for example, and just be brief, you can be informed of maybe a crime happening within your vicinity or where you live, and the officers don't know. And it's some
until you find someone living
until you
within
find
the
somebody
vicinity,
to give you with the information that so and so is doing this, something wrong is happening where I reside. But then for you to give a police the information, number one, you must love that person. You know.
But I think as far as the report is concerned, regarding a certain crime that has taken place somewhere, I'll fear disclosing some information to you, because I think there is a way of me being put in the same situation. Maybe there were some killings and I report directly that I saw this and this happening. There is that fear.
And I can't remember the last time you come and share such a crucial information in the public domain for everybody to know. Equally, I can't remember, or we are not even taught, I have never heard, whereby you come and disclose such a very vital information, and then your name end up going in viral. Not unless, you know, characters are characters. Even me, I can try to tell you a secret concerning one of your friends. If you don't know how to keep secret, it will go viral. You know, we have characters, so many characters. But for us, it is uncouth, it's a profession to set free any crucial information given to you by you people to public domain for victimization.
Suppose someone fears giving out the information, what are the effects or the impact of
now,
you disclosing the... Maybe a witness.
Yes. If you fear giving information, you are the one who will suffer from what you fear. Because that person will continue victimizing you. You know, if you don't tell the police officers that something wrong is happening within our vicinity, sometimes police officers will not know. Maybe sometimes they are doing patrol, they are walking here and there. They may not be able to access maybe into your plots. Maybe in your plots there is somebody selling illicit drugs. How will I know that there is illicit drugs being sold in your plot, and yet in our jurisdiction or the nature of work, you know? Jeff and Carlo, before we leave to our work, we are well guided on what we are going to do. We are well instructed. We have our bosses. We have our seniors who are with us. They are told the nature of work ahead of us. But I can't remember the rest where we are told that go entering into people's house, poking and knowing what they are doing. So not unless you come and tell, Gitonga, I am your friend, can I tell you something? You know, but before you share, and I must be open. You even the citizens who are listening to us, before you share, all officers are not bad. Such in that station you want to go and give the information, go and befriend them. You will know that this person is worth being given to this information. You know. Plus, the place where you are going to give that crucial information, for example, if Jeff, you come and tell me that maybe we have fight one another at the illicit local brew den, and you try telling me something which is very crucial, and you know alcohol has no teacher, you know, you never know what I will react tomorrow. And equally, you people, as you share information, when you tell the police officer that I have reported Phyllis is doing 1 and 1, you also keep quiet. Because it can be even the other way around. You come and guide the officers doing something, then when they are in the heart of law, you are there saying, were it not me, they could not have been. So you are also not very good in. So let there be some confidentiality and love. Please, the citizens who are listening to us, work with us. We love you people, you know, and we want you to love us. Bring the gap. Let it be. Let us not make it wide, so that this work can be easy for all of us.
So, Mr. Gitonga, I believe you're a family man.
Yes, I am.
Are there any disadvantages of being a police officer and at the same time a family man?
Actually, you know, it matters generally as like you are. And I will try to be a little bit the current age. I would say there is no big challenge. However, there is a challenge because maybe, but it matters with who you married. And be open to this. If the person you married wants you all the time, she or he will suffer. If the person you married is well understand that my husband will not always be with me, I have the mantle to take the care of the family, she will do that with a lot of sobriety until the time you find time for each other. But for this, even you, as I say, even you, we are with you here. Maybe your wife or maybe your husband would like to be with you because Sunday, but then you are not there. So it matters. There's no challenge, but it matters with sometimes even the distance. Because for us, the General Service Unit, we are across the border. Sometimes we are very far. But there are some very good coordination and arrangements on how we meet our families frequently.
Okay, now to you, Phyllis. There is someone watching us, maybe they want to know what GSU means.
The word GSU means the General Service Unit.
What is enclosed in GSU?
GSU?
As far as services are concerned.
For us, we...
Or work outline.
Okay, like most of the people, they know GSU. Most of the times we engage in the riots. And as my colleague has said, we are in the fields. Most of our officers are in the fields. The only time we have, you see our officers outside is when there is maybe riot, it's too much. And we work around places like embassies. Yes.
Okay, that's great. And I want to, Gitonga, how long have you been in the service? Just 1 second.
This is almost my 11th year. And
congratulations.
Phyllis?
I have 4 years.
4 years.
Yes.
Congratulations. I think you are newer than Kitonga, so the experience around that place. I think Kitonga, you'll have to collaborate with the Kitonga so that you preach together, you sing together, and you also, because you're working together actually, so you have to collaborate in most of the issues, and sometimes as far as bringing someone into the customs of a certain place, you have to have someone to hold your hand. So what do you understand by community policing, and what is the impact, what is the purpose of it as far as police units and levels are concerned? Okay,
this community policing, the main aim was to bring the community and the police together because it engages the police being deployed to those particular areas so that they can familiarize themselves with the community. So this helps the police and the community to to be friends, and then they can, when the community and the police, they can be able to report crimes. So they reduce crimes, they make sure the area is okay. Yes, that was the aim of the community.
What are the principles in your department that you apply when it comes to community policing? What are some of the basics of that line of community policing? Because number one, it's about engaging with people so that you can get better security and more so information from the society.
Yes, they rely on the community, we rely on them. And then to prevent the petty crimes in the community, we reduce those petty crimes. And they make the work of the police more effective because they bring information. We rely on them, of course. So we rely on them. They bring information. We work out together, and then we prevent whatever is going on that community, on that area.
Okay, that's good. And now to Gitonga. Now there are some principles, mitaratara fulani, which you follow as far as the community policing is concerned. What are some of the principles, and how do you apply the principles, and how do you maneuver through the principles?
Thank you. Everybody is guided during the training, initial training of recruit police constable. Is the first step upon recruitment in various fields. And we are guided at what on how to handle. So during our day-in-day interaction with you people, we are guided on how maybe to treat the suspects. We are well trained on how to take them maybe to a police station, and we hand over, if it is a serious crime, maybe some of them you handle them instant, and we are guided on every way, because every principle that we follow resort to another one. So in everybody, none of a police officer doesn't know what to do when it comes to interacting with the citizen, and when a crime comes, the handling of this, the correction of the data, maybe the delivering of the information.
Yes.
We are also trained on professionalism, which entails even keeping secrecy, you know, the decorum in handling anyone who may be having crucial information to us. And we are inviting citizens. Let's get this out of this cocoon ya kwamba, because for us, general GSU, we are well feared. That
I think nyinyi ndio mnabeba ile rungu ya shoka.
So you think definitely we are the one, and we enjoy doing it. It is in line with our practice. So whenever we are invited somewhere, you say, hey, GSU are here. We are not here to do what we are not taught to. And the Bible says there is time for everything. Let's be sincere. There is time for war and time for peace. We well know when time for war is and what to do during the war within the dictates and the rules governing our work and the principles.
That's great. So, Karo, once you find this uniform on your way, Gia kichaka. So, but I think once if you're not in wrong, there's nothing to fear. So our audience, we are on the topic, the impact on community policing on safety and trust. And as you've heard from Gitonga, a police officer at GSU headquarters along the Thika Road, is that you don't have to fear police because they are as normal as you are. It's only that they bring or they wear the stone face because of work, and you should be that, so that you do the mandates that you're supposed to execute. That's true. And now to Phyllis. We handle the issues of principles, and that sometimes because it's about policing and engaging with yourself with the community. Are there some engagements or activities that you involve yourself in, you and the community together? Phyllis.
Yes, there are some activities like I remember one.
Tree planting.
Yes, like tree planting. Yes, we engage with them during those.
How does that bring any impact as far as not policing but security and safety is concerned from your side? How does it impact the society once you engage yourself in certain activity with the citizens?
Okay, as my colleague said, once you are with them, first that fear of fearing the police will reduce once you're working with them. So when you engage with them, you talk, you exchange words, and the fear is gone. So they will not fear to come and tell you something, to report something to you. Yeah, so they help a lot.
And the engagements with the people, are they normally smooth, or
very smooth? They are very smooth. Yes, and they like it very much when they are engaging with the police.
Now, when you are engaging in certain activities, have you ever found someone looking like rogue, and actually they've changed immediately they've seen you?
Yes, of course, because they have the fear. So if they were rogue, they become smooth, and they will lack out the others. So to just be smooth. Yes.
Actually, it's an issue of they want to know this is GSU and I'm a civilian. So now, because we are together in the same place, suppose I want to act stupid, what will you do? They want to measure your nasikianga unapima wazimu. Suppose someone does that, what will you do? Actually, you are in a social activity outside there, and someone becomes or behaves in such a manner. How are you supposed to handle such a person, Phyllis?
You can approach them by first talking to them and see where the problem is. You know, not everything you're not supposed to use force anywhere just because you're a police. So you engage them, you ask them what the problem is. Yes, you can just counsel them, you see where the problem is, but if it comes too much, then there you can, if it's necessary, you can apply the force, but it's just that you just assume. Yes.
In terms of applying force, looking back to the demonstrations that were happening with the Gen Zs, they called it, what did they call it? Peaceful demonstrations. But why did you find in some cases, before they said the goons were there, you were finding police throwing tear gas, the rubber bullets?
Okay, when you look back at the demonstrations that were there,
From July.
Yeah, from July. They were peaceful at first because I watched them.
Yeah, from actually
They
the
were
first
very
3.
peaceful.
Yeah.
But after, the goons came in and they started breaking people's shops. And you know, as a police, your duty is to protect people, property and life.
Yeah.
So for them, okay, at that point, when you weigh, that is a bad, that is not a good thing. That is not demonstrations. They are breaking people's goods. They have shops.
Yeah.
You see them breaking. So you have now to take your duty, whatever you are told to do, because that is not a demonstration. That is that, how do you call it?
It's robbery without
Yeah, that is robbery. That is not robbery. That is not demonstrations.
Looting
And as a
and
police,
robbery.
yes.
Okay.
So you have to take action.
Okay,
Yes.
Mr. Gitonga, you can define a state of emergency in terms of the police service.
Yeah, state of emergency. Sometimes it comes to a place like you saw.
Yeah.
And the best thing about the interview is that we are all Kenyans
Yeah.
and we live in Kenya.
Yeah.
Yes. You saw that in the beginning, the demonstration were peaceful. But inside the demonstration, we have some people maybe who have taken
Advantage.
alcohol,
Yeah.
They have taken maybe
Okay.
they have smoked weed. You know, we have all characters and manners of people in the demonstration who, by under influence of whatever they have taken, they have forgotten that the demonstration were peaceful and they want to go to all protected areas, like you saw in Parliament.
Yeah.
Just by faith.
Yeah.
If you do what was right, what is right will be done.
Yeah.
But if you decide to do what is wrong, what wrong might be done to you.
Yeah.
So ours, whoever was injured, whatever happened, it happened because somebody did what was not supposed to be done.
Yeah. Okay, I think that's satisfying.
Yeah, that's
as far as that is concerned.
Yeah.
And getting back, we shall be handling the issue of building trust, but we give you a break. We want to read some comments here. So we shall be handling the issue of you building trust in the society, in the community, and even in your workplace. So thank you.
In our comment section, there is Douglas Munyoki saying, I salute our men in uniform. There is Peshi Wamboi saying, the show is lit. There is Douglas Munyoki saying, what a wonderful show. May the Lord bless you guys for keeping our country safe. This Vera Kialo saying, wow, this show is lit. Catherine Mwoki saying, great show, Jeff and the team. Elizabeth Kathike saying, this show is, okay, the fire emoji saying it's lit. Mogambi Jr. saying, great, watching from Tasia. Ndanu Felista tuned in Kayole. There's Adam Njiro saying, ATM na Madam Gathoni, big up guys, good work. There's Shani Chantel, Commander Okachi is watching you. My brother and my sister, good job. There's Alex Obora saying locked. There's Dina Monia. Thanks our guest for coming to EBN TV, learning more from you. Hashtag no more running. We understand we are all humans. There's Risi Mutegi saying, Gathoni, my girl, keep moving higher. I love you. Shani Chantel, namba yangu, Gitonga, congratulations for the good move. There's Joy Kabi saying, watching. There's Rubia Junior saying, that's my G Gitonga. Dina Mwenia following this wonderful show from Buruburu, and Shani Chantel, GSU headquarters. Good work.
That's great. And I think our main topic, as we say tonight, is the community policing. And you can't do community policing if you don't know how to interact with people well. So there is the issue of trust when it comes to, and I remember I had posted such a question before, and this was about, how do I trust you, giving you information, leaking out some incident taking place somewhere, some audios taking place in a certain place. So what are the challenges that you face when you are building trust with us, with citizens, with audience outside there?
There are so many challenges that we face, and all the challenges are surrounded by your opinion, you people. The opinion that the citizen have against us carries everything.
Yes.
If you don't love us, there is nothing good you will see about us. If you don't love us, you cannot share anything about us. You know, you don't, majority of the people don't actually see officers as human beings. And I will keep on repeating this. Just like you have friends, befriend us. Just like you have friends, please want to be befriended by us.
Yeah.
Let you ladies who are listening to us, please be married by us so that the integration can be more easy. Please, when you have function, like my sister said, we normally interact.
Yeah.
I'm a human being. We meet and we agukanayo here and there as a part of interaction. During the agukanayo, you get some information, you know, and we enjoy it. So what I can just say is that let's make this is a contract between you people and us. If you don't love us, if you don't, number one, somebody who doesn't love you.
And before Kitonga, you continue.
Yes.
Actually, someone said that you are so strict because of the process in training that you go through. Because actually, one guy was joking. They were saying that when you are in your training, actually, he told me that they are given electricity pole, the ones from Machakos to, like, from Nairobi to Machakos, you ferry it on your shoulder all the way to Machakos. That distance of almost 120, no, not 120, 80, 50 or 60 to 80 kilometers. So people say that you're so strict, you're so stony because of the
training
process in training that you go through. So that's why you have to look harsh on us. Maybe, and actually the case is very petty. Is it true?
I would like to respond to that, but I am also very much interested in maybe knowing where he was trained, where he was carrying such a post, because for us and for the other formation is that the training is there is this name we call there is hardening, you know, because imagine transforming a soft lady like Carlo. You see the way she look. Can she command audience?
She can't.
By the look, she cannot. Changing her from this smiling face to the stony face is not an easy task. There is some pain that has to be subjected to her so that she can be able.
So that's actually that's the kind of revenge and retaliation that gets back to the out. That's what they think.
No. The training has to be. You have to be hardened. You know, how will you cope with somebody who has been taking bread and butter since he was in nursery up to now, that one day he will stay the whole day without eating the bread and butter? There must be some hardening and kuna kukomaa pia. I use this in Kiswahili. Hata wokovu kuna kukomaa kwa wokovu. Unaanza from level 1 whereby you believe, unapanda, unajua Biblia, unapanda, unakuwa mhubiri, unapanda. There are levels of maturity. So whoever said that he carried or she carried that post, maybe it was a corporal punishment for maybe his indiscipline.
And can it happen? Because I think that
do happen,
that's very close to 120, 200 kgs.
Not actually.
And you're not supposed to rest on the way.
Not actually.
We can talk about DC.
No. The place where the training normally happens, we don't need, there is, I don't think there is any training camp within the town where the training colleges are situated. We don't normally, they don't, the activities going around the training camps don't actually are not affected by you people. So I just be honest, Jeff and Carlo, to say that that is one of a misinformation that maybe was given, and maybe whoever was being given is not an officer. So I stand here to say that whoever said that, actually, I don't.
So what are some of the corporal punishments you guys get for a wrongdoing?
Basically, because there is a lot of confinement, so that in any institution, even here where you work, there is some rules and regulations. You didn't come anywhere and joined. You are told on the dressing code, on the way you handle your own personal etiquette, and there are some consequences if you go against. So even in our work, we have a number of punishments which are very friendly. And so that the formation will keep going, and which maybe you can be given maybe added extra hours of work. And another one, you can maybe, if the offense actually dictates your demotion, it is done. if your offense actually allow you to first go home as investigation goes on, it is done. But all the punishments that are given before you are given that punishment, initially in the course, we are told, don't do this, this, and this. And Jeff, in anywhere, there are rules and regulations. Even in a marriage, if you tell your wife, don't do this, and she do, you know what you do.
That's great. And to feel is have you ever found yourself in a situation whereby trust between you as a police officer and civilians is concerned? And how did you handle that situation?
Yes, I remember there was a time I was working at the US Embassy, and it happened, a lady had caused an accident, and then there at the US Embassy, there is a restricted area where you can't park your car. So they came and from all the way from Runda, they came with that guy to, I don't know what they were, the discussion was about, and I told them, you're not supposed to park here, this place is restricted, and Gigiri is just here, so you just go and do your cases there then. And the lady was so rude to me, telling me, I quote what she said, ni bunduki peke yake, naweza kupiga, and she talked too much, saying, and I had to come, I know how to come, I'm a lady, and I know how to
control that.
I know how to control my temper. So you see that situation, like someone, just because you're a lady, she can't listen to you. So I had to talk to her nicely. I told her, Madam, this is my work. If you don't do that, they will say that I'm not doing my work. And I had to talk to her nicely, but she left. Sometimes you find those challenges that people think that you cannot do something. You can't tell them anything just because I'm a lady. Yes, but we have our own ways to control that.
Being an officer, being a calling, you find that there are some family members or even parents who disagree with the calling. How do you deal with that?
No one has ever done that, but in that case, I'd say that is my personal decision. Yes, no one can choose for me what to do. Yes, but I've never found myself in such a situation.
What of the rejection that comes with it?
I've never found any rejection.
Okay, in other people who face the rejection in their families being a police?
It might be hard for them, but you don't have a choice. You're already in work. You don't have a choice. They'll just accept you the way you are. That's what I can say. Yes, because I've never faced rejection. Yes.
All right. Now there is an issue of there is a time you do rounds. I don't think whether it's you, but there is a time police do their rounds. Actually, security rounds and checks here and there. And maybe they find drunkards, they find people walking aimlessly, maybe around 10 to saa sita usiku hapo, and they are arrested. And now napigishwa around all through town, you happy. Why does it happen that?
Actually, I said we are.
Na labda police iko hapo, to station iko hapo.
We are your brothers and sisters. I said those people who are listening to us. Sometimes ukupigisha raudi, as you have said, ni njia ya kukuokoa. Kwanza you enjoy the privileges of being in our kurusa. You interact with us as well. Na tunakuokoa kuingia station for us. Kwa sababu ukipigishwa raudi 2-3 pombe ina sink, ndio? And you come back to your senses. And then we ask you, can you remember you were home? Anakwambia, bro, hata ni pale. Then we show you, go and go. Please, that's why we do that.
Okay. So there are no favors you want to receive. Because actually, maybe I know, and I wonder because actually we've got a lot of issues to handle with you, even if we are not clearing today. But I have a concern as far as that is concerned. And I want us to handle the issue of corruption before we come out of this studio. And actually, I'm told, and I remember a friend of mine, alipigishwa hizo around for almost 2 hours later, alipeana kakitu. So, does every police do that for a certain favor from? Maybe actually it is giving them time to ask for money from their friends or relatives if they don't have money. Is it true? And is it to everyone? Because actually we are here, as I say, the spheres of life make sure that we talk everything and we make sure that the citizens and the audience are informed, are educated as far as different issues of life are concerned. Is it true that you give them time to
Jeff, I know you know the Bible well.
Yes, I
and
know.
I recite this answering with the Bible. What does the Bible say concerning somebody you has an argument with in the first round? The Bible quotes, and I say, if it is possible, you handle your issues with a police officer before he submit you to the another procedure. It is better. Maybe not all officers are corrupt because number one, as I said, it is within the instructions, it is within the training that we are supposed to, a police officer is supposed to be a corrupt free person or a corrupt free zone. But then there is a character of an individual, you know. I would like to be very emphatic and very precise on that issue, on the question, that whoever was taken loud and the finery, maybe on a lighter note, he gave the officers what he gave. Maybe he enjoyed the trip and decided.
So he was paying.
He was just maybe paying. Thanking.
He was a local tourist.
Or maybe he found that maybe according to the way he or she observed the person who was in that vehicle, decided that these guys are getting tired. Let me just give them a cup of coffee. We don't know. Or did he tell you why he gave 200?
No, actually, he did not. He did not.
I can add on that, Jeff. You know, most of the times, police are the ones who are blamed of taking bribes.
That's why I want us to talk about the issue of corruption, and you actually distance yourself from that issue.
You know, there is also impunity with some Kenyans. Because also, okay, someone will approach you, they want to dish out money, so maybe they want a favor, or maybe they want to resist an arrest. So they will approach you with something they want to dish out. So what I think is they also should be accountable for what they do, not only the police. You know, okay, as you said, we are also human beings. Sometimes you may fail to resist the urge to collect the bribe because you make the advance to me, and I may fail to resist. So this is not only the police who are supposed to be blamed, even the person giving the bribe should be blamed also. They should be accountable for that, because that is aiding in increasing the corruption.
Now, how does that affect the law enforcement in your department? Now that if you bribe, and maybe the issue was not petty, it was a serious issue, and you bribed and you accept it, what is the effect to the person, to you, and to the society?
They know that you're not doing your work because why take a bribe? You're supposed to be a professional officer. First of all, if the person you're accusing, if he has a mistake, you just follow the right procedure. Go to the station, book him in the OB, let him be accountable for his mistakes. I can say even the police who are taking bribes, they should practice their professionalism. They should stop taking the bribes, and those who are giving the bribes, they should also they should also stop giving bribes. Let them be accountable for their mistakes. That way we reduce that corruption there.
So how does corruption affect a society or a country?
You know, the more you like the on the issue we are saying, like giving a police the bribe. Okay, like you had like let's say about a vehicle, maybe the tires were worn out. You see, if you make one person pass because he has just given you something, he has dished out something, the other person following will still do the same. And still, like right now, you have the most cases of accidents. Maybe by careless driving, maybe you put the, what is this thing called?
The roadblock.
Yes. You find the alcohol. You find someone is drunk, they bribe you and they get out with, they just get away with that. Another one, how will it end? It will never end. It will keep occurring and occurring again. It will never end.
And now, there is a time I was driving someplace and some vehicles passed. And I saw a traffic police officer very close to a certain vehicle there. Then I just get off my car and I asked, when is the insurance of this car expiring? They told me they don't know. What is the role of us people or citizens to you police officers? Now, alipewa 50 bob, I was there and I actually recorded. I actually don't share it anywhere on social media, but my question, actually my issue was the issue and the point of safety on our roads. So I had to ask the police officer, a traffic police officer, when is the sticker expiring, the insurance sticker expiring? They told me they don't know. Nikamuuliza ulikuwa unaangalia nini? So sometimes we may fear confronting you. So what is the role of us towards you so that we make sure there's protection, there's safety, actually everywhere, on our roads and on our places?
I think the first thing you should just, the citizens, the first thing they should stop is fearing the police. Because if you approached him and you asked him, maybe if another thing that, if another incident happens like that, he will fear because he doesn't know who will see.
Yeah.
So if you engage them and tell them that they are doing the wrong thing, they are people and they are humans. First, okay, the first quality of being a policeman is humanity, and you have to.
You have to practice it.
Yes, and you have to be fair. So you have, if you tell him something, he should also listen to you. Yes, and they should be professional police. Yes, they should do what is required of them.
Okay, I finished that with Gitonga, but before then, there is a comment that we have to read here.
There is Winnie Mutegi saying, hapa sitoki mpaka show iishe, enlighten the community, my guys. There is Njue Jewel and Nelly Pesh who tagged Adam Jiro, who said sitoki hapa mpaka show iishe, so they are saying ata mimi. And Dan Kisilu saying, we guys love you so much. There's Christine Boogie saying, big up guys, it's time to enlighten the public on this matter and let them know police are human beings and they should collaborate with police to curb crimes and maintain peace in our country. There's Honorable Gichuki saying, good job Gitonga and Phyllis, continue soaring high. There's Onyikwa saying, good job, enlighten the nation, guys. There's Bernard Otieno, great conversation, demystifying the perspectives on police.
That's great. And I think we finished with the issue of how are we supposed to behave towards you? How are we supposed to be very close to you when maybe an issue, like, now I give that example of that police officer traffic because it was real. And I know, actually, most of the times, when we are passengers on the roads on matatu, sometimes we don't speak. And actually, tunawekanishwa kama magunia. Then when an accident comes, and we find that as some people have survived dying, you hear, tuliongea, tulimwambia siendeshe gari na mbio, tulifanya hivi, tuliambia wasijaze watu sana. Why should we do that? And actually, maybe this happens, maybe tunaogopa mtu wa matatu, ama tunaogopa askari. What is the role of us to you to ensure community policing is good and up to standard?
Thank you. The question is good. We are ready to work and protect you.
Yeah.
Please come to us. Help us make the work easy. Stop giving us money, then saying we take money. If you don't give us money, we are not going to collect it from your pocket. Number two, give us with the information that is number one, reliable. And number three, I answered the question you said concerning the person who was taking 50 shillings and told you that I don't know what. For those who are blessed, who are driving, when during your day or loading the tarmac roads, make sure that those your machines are up to date. You know, check the licenses and the wheels and everything. Or let us now just make sure that all the loopholes that may make sure that you jeopardize maybe the work on our end are not there. Because, and for example, I may also say that if it is the issue of maybe you are told that the rule, the security have given an issue that from this time up to this time, we don't want to see anybody roaming around. You citizen, and we love you, number one. Please cooperate with any given role of any society so that we may serve you and you are served by us.
Okay, that's great. And we promise our audience that we are coming back next Sunday with Gitonga and Phyllis. But before we get off the show, I want the final word from Phyllis and Gitonga. 5 seconds, 5 seconds. Nasalimia watu wawili.
Okay. I would say report incidents if it's necessary. Stop fearing us. We're also humans. We love you. We treat everyone fairly. Yes. I would like to say hi to my mom and my son, they are Triru, and the GSU fraternity for training us well, and all my fans who are watching us. Thank you a lot.
Thank you.
May God bless you.
I would like to take this opportunity to thank first the EBN for hosting us. Thank you for taking us this milestone, number one. And as well, want to thank God for giving us the life and up to this far. Number three, I remember my beautiful wife and the children. I know they are somewhere watching me. Wacha nikusalimie hewani. I also say hi to the church where I minister. And my colleague, and not only the GSU, the National Police and the entirety. My brothers and sisters, we were given this work by God. Let's do our best. God will bless us and will take us far. Have a good night.
Great.
And as we wrap up the show, from me, it's to tell you have a good night. And thank you for staying tuned since we started till now. Thank you for keeping us company. And a great big thank you to our media crew who made this show a big success. And also to our director, Ken Olesaina, and our manager, Fred Jerry. Till we meet next time, have a good night.
It was a great show on the spheres of life, and this was about the community policing on safety and trust as far as police is concerned. This is the spheres of life, and we do this every Sunday from 7:30 to 8:15. I being your host, Jeff Kimayu, and we make sure here on Spheres of Life we talk, we challenge one another, and we make sure that you understand things that feel like are strong or challenging on your life. Please, we make sure that we meander and we unearth every issue that is a challenge and a pain to your life. So on EBN TV, the Spheres of Life, being your host, Jeff Kimayu, we wish you a good week, a blessed night, and long life. Happy New Month from Spheres of Life. Bye-bye.
Bye.